What if the hardest dog you've ever had is the one who ends up healing you the most? Welcome to The Dog Who Asked for More, the podcast helping dog parents who feel stuck and overwhelmed by their pup finally let go of the guilt, learn to communicate clearly, and build the bond you've always dreamed of through a partnership-based approach that combines training, nutrition, and enrichment instead of chasing the quick fixes that don't actually work. I'm Em, and this episode is a special one because it's airing the day before Fitz turns 8 years old. If you've been here a while, you know that Fitz has been a lot. The chaos, the tail chasing, the picky eating, the reactivity. He was never destructive, but he wasn't calm ever. He was definitely the definition of too much. And somehow he still became my greatest teacher. Today, you'll learn how letting go of fixing your dog can create more growth than forcing progress ever could, what it means to truly meet your dog where they are, and how time, trust, and understanding can turn survival mode into partnership. When Fitz came home, he was this little ball of wild energy that didn't come with an off switch. He would spin in circles chasing his tail until he was dizzy, bark at every sound outside, refuse one meal and inhale the next, and always seem one step away from unraveling. Every day, I felt like I was trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. I thought if I could train enough, exercise enough, do enough, I could calm him down. I kept chasing control, thinking it would bring peace. But what I didn't realize then was that I was trying to fix him the same way I was trying to fix myself. If I could make things perfect, maybe we would both finally be okay. There's a special kind of exhaustion that comes from loving a dog who doesn't fit the mold. You follow all of the advice, the structure, the routines, the protocols, long walks, more enrichment, and somehow it still doesn't click. You start to feel like you're failing. But what I eventually learned was that Fitz wasn't broken. He was communicating differently. The barking, the pacing, the tail chasing. It wasn't defiance, it was distress. And every time I told him to stop, what I was really saying was, I don't know how to help you. The day everything shifted, he had just spiraled over a noise outside. I sat on the floor, crying, completely drained and defeated. And for once, I just didn't try to fix it. I didn't say anything. I didn't redirect him. I just sat there. And Fitz came over and tucked his head under my arm and finally got quiet. That was the moment I realized he didn't need control. He needed safety. And for the first time, I stopped trying to change him and started trying to understand him. From there, things didn't magically get easier, but they got real. We built safety one day at a time. I learned to pause when he spiraled. He learned to trust that calm was coming. The tail chasing stopped. The picky eating faded, and little by little, we built a rhythm and a system that felt like peace for us. 8 years later, he still fits, still opinionated, still reactive, still full of big energy, still perfectly imperfect. But he's comfortable in his own body now. He can rest. He can choose quiet. He can be himself without fear. And that's the thing that makes me the proudest. Not that he's better, but that he's free to be who he is without apology. Today's Answering the Ask came years ago, long before I actually even understood it. Fitz never asked for more rules. He asked for more grace. He wanted to be understood, not managed. And the truth is, he waited while I learned how to listen to him. That's the beauty of dogs like him. They give us space to grow ourselves. This week's homework for humans is very simple, but it's also going to get pretty deep. Here's what I want you to do. Take a few minutes to identify your dog's signature personality traits. What makes your dog them? What do they do that makes you laugh or drives you crazy or reminds you of how unique and special they are? write it down, say it out loud, and thank them for it. Because that's the part of your dog that doesn't need to be fixed. It's the part that makes them yours. Today, we talked about what happens when you stop trying to fix your dog and start trying to understand them. We looked at how behavior is communication, how safety, not control, creates calm, and how time and trust can transform chaos into connection. And if there's one thing you take away, I want it to be this: your dog's growth will always mirror your own. If Fitz's journey has taught me anything, it's that the goal isn't to make our dogs perfect. It's to make them feel safe enough to be who they already are. So happy almost birthday to the dog who taught me patience, partnership, and presence. 8 years of lessons, laughter, and love I wouldn't change a single day of. So be kind, spread joy, and remember, the dog who asks for more isn't asking you to do better. They're asking you to be with them fully in the moment. Thank you for listening to The Dog Who Asked for More. If you've ever stood in the pet aisle feeling totally overwhelmed, or if mealtime at home feels stressful because your dog turns up their nose, or you're constantly second-guessing what's actually healthy, you are not alone. That's why I created the free Mini Bowl Blueprint, a simple step-by-step guide with 3 easy swaps to make feeding easier, more nutritious, and something you can finally feel confident about without breaking the bank. You'll find the link in the episode description. Go grab your copy and start making better bowl choices today. New episodes drop every Monday and Wednesday. I'll see you next time.